So today I wanted to talk to you guys about 3 signs of witchcraft. 3 signs of witchcraft. And this is a topic that I do not like to talk about, but it is necessary. And so even when the Lord was dealing with me about this topic, I was just like, Lord, I don't want to talk about this. But for whatever reason, the Lord feels like it's relevant and that it's needed. And so I am here today just to do the work of the Lord. And I pray that someone will be saved, delivered, or set free from whatever it is that they're going through. So 3 signs of witchcraft. The first sign is going to be repetitive cycles. 3 signs of witchcraft. The first sign is going to be repetitive cycles. Whenever we find ourselves constantly in a cycle, whether that be mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, emotionally, whatever that is, when you notice, when God gives you the awareness that you are in a repetitive cycle, you notice this thing coming up for you every year. It's something that's happening every year, every 3 to 6 months, every 6 to 7 years. Once you notice that you are in a cycle, that is a sign of witchcraft. That is a sign of the enemy that's trying to hold you back from the promises and the places that God wants you to get to spiritually and naturally in some aspects, but more so it's usually a spiritual attack on you. Okay, so the first sign of witchcraft is repetitive cycles. Repetitive cycles birth hopelessness and depression or despair. Repetitive cycles birth hopelessness and depression or despair. So just being transparent, I noticed myself being in a cycle maybe 2-3 years ago is when I actually noticed that it was actually a cycle. I knew that every year around certain times of the year, I would start to feel the same exact feelings that I was feeling every year. It was a cycle that was happening. I was expecting it so much. Like my body was expecting it to happen because it was happening each and every year around the same time. That is a cycle. And a lot of times what the enemy will try to do is he will try to keep us in these cycles so that we will not grow spiritually, so that we can abort the plan of the Lord, so that we will not get the things spiritually that God wants us to get to. And so we have to first realize and acknowledge that it is indeed a cycle. But in addition to that, we have to understand that it is a spiritual attack on our destiny.